she's so fine. Hell of her blows my mind. Hell of her lights my day.
What's good, guys? This story is coming out of Las Vegas, Nevada. The incident itself happened in August of 2020, and it's been sitting in the dark more or less since then. You know me, I'm going to give it a nice firm shove into the daylight because that's where it belongs. Cop tells black woman studying in park she's not allowed back next week, then won't leave her alone. I want to thank D. Walsh for sending me this story as well. And the one I'm reading from is coming from Black America Web, and it came out 2 weeks ago. Bodycam video of a 2020 confrontation between a white Las Vegas police officer and a black woman who was simply studying alone in a public park has gone viral. The officer is shown approaching the college student as she sits alone under a covered area. He tells her that she will not be allowed to return to the park next week unless she brings a child along. The woman, taken aback at the sudden and seemingly ridiculous intrusion, questions the officer on the park rules and says she's being harassed for simply studying. The woman also begins filming him with her phone. The officer clearly becomes agitated with her pushback and gets defensive. The two argue back and forth, and his partner, a female officer, explains that they have been telling every childless person in the park that they can't return beginning next week. The male officer reaffirms that, quote, homeless, end quote, people and lone adults will not be allowed to, quote, loiter, end quote, in the area. The woman continues to stress that she's a college student studying and won't even be in the park next week. She alludes to the Derek Chauvin case in explaining her reason for filming him, and he expresses resentment at the assumption of him being an abusive cop. The officer grows even more agitated with her nonstop pushback before he storms off in a huff.
How are you? I don't know if anybody told you, right? But this senior center is getting ready to open up next week with kids in it. All right. So if there are kids present in the park, and you don't have kids, you can't be around. You can't be loitering in the presence of children. You understand that?
What am I doing wrong, sir? I'm studying.
Okay.
Am I being harassed right now? What is the problem? I'm doing homework. Is this a regular park? Because there's a slide and everything here. This is a regular public
Okay,
park.
I'm talking about next week. Now, right now, talking about next week.
I'll go to school too. I'm a college student.
Okay.
I won't even be here next week. Can you stop? I just want to study. Ma'am, we're
Okay.
talking around and letting
Ma'am, do I know you, ma'am?
I don't know. Do you?
No, I don't. So I'm telling you what's going
I'm not
on.
being harassed for studying in the park. I just want to...
All right, ma'am, this is what's going on, so this way you can film what I'm saying to you.
Yeah,
all right,
so
next week, okay, hold on. No, you're not being harassed. Next week, there are going to be children present in this park.
Okay.
I cannot have you, if you are a homeless individual or not,
I'm not
I cannot, okay, and if you're not homeless, then don't worry about it. But the fact is, even if you are not homeless, you cannot be present in the park if you do not have children, if you have no business. It's a law. Do you understand that? So I'm not harassing you. I'm letting you know that. So this way, next week, when those children are present, because if you had children, you would not want
You're
what?
not harassing me, but you're getting closer and closer to me.
Okay, I'm not getting closer and closer. I moved so this way you can get me in frame. Because you want to film me, I'm allowing you to get.
I don't know what's going on.
And I'm explaining it, but you continue to interrupt me as I am explaining it.
I won't be at the park next week, so.
Okay, and that's fine. But I'm letting you know.
I around and told everybody. You're not singled out. We told everybody that's in the park.
But still, what? So hold on.
I'll be going to school, so what's the...
Would I have known that? Would I have known that if I had not spoke to you?
After I told you, you still continue to explain.
Yeah.
Okay, so this way you know for next week.
I just go to Sunset Park. Follow me there.
Okay, great. Thank you.
It's not crazy. If you were a parent and you had children getting ready to go there.
It's not even that serious.
Okay, but so then why are you working on being difficult? Which is what you're working on.
I know how the cops are.
No, you don't know how the cops are because obviously
Because I'm studying and I'm not doing anything wrong.
No one is harassing you for studying. No one is even harassing you.
Okay, I'm going to continue to...
You can continue to study. You can continue to film. But I'm telling you what's going on for next week.
Thank you.
But evidently you decide. I came over to talk to you. regular, and then you decided that you were going to change the conduct of our conduct. No, you were being rude, ma'am. Ma'am, you were being rude initially.
And you still talking to me.
Well, because you are the rude one, ma'am.
No, I'm just doing my thing. I'm doing my work.
Do you have any questions regarding our stop today?
Have a good day.
You too. And I'm glad you now are less ignorant than you were before, because now you know the law. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Cause no, I'm not. And you can continue to play this game.
The cops do in the United States. You want to hold me down so I can't breathe and just...
No, that's an ignorant statement right there. That is totally ignorant, because that has not even been the contact we have. But no, you continue to talk to me. So I'm a free human being also, ma'am, and you continue to harass me. You are. You are right now. Look at. I'm walking away, and you're continuing to run your mouth. You are continuing to run your mouth. 5115, Mascoli, 5115. You have a good day.
Being harassed for studying in the park. I just want to know that.
Ma'am, this is what's going on, so this way you can film what I'm saying to you.
Yeah, because I just don't know I'm being harassed.
Okay, hold on. No, you're not being harassed. Next
I'm
week,
doing
there are
homework.
going to be children present in this park.
Okay.
I cannot have you, if you are a homeless individual or not.
I'm not homeless.
Okay, and if you're not homeless, then don't worry about it. But the fact is, even if you are not homeless, you cannot be present in the park if you do not have children, if you have no business. It's a law. Do you understand that? So I'm not harassing you. I'm letting you know that. So this way, next week, when those children are present, because if you had children, you would not...
You're not harassing me, but you're getting closer and closer to me. Isn't there like a 6 feet rule?
I moved so this way you can get me in frame. Because
Yeah, because I just don't understand that. Yeah, because I just know what's going on, and I don't appreciate it. I'm not doing anything wrong.
And I'm explaining it.
Let's see, I'm be attacked on the ground and stuff.
You continue to interrupt me as I'm explaining.
Okay, I won't be at the park next week, so there's no...
And that's fine.
As
But
you
I'm
saw,
letting
we
you know.
went around and told everybody, you're not singled out. We've told everybody
but
that's
still.
in the park.
I won't be here next week. I'll be going to school, so what's the problem? Can I just continue my studies?
Would I have known that if I...
But after I told you, you still continue to explain.
Yeah.
I just want to continue my studies. I just go to Sunset Park. Follow me there if you want to do that.
Great.
Because that's crazy.
It's not
You
crazy.
guys are
If you were a
ridiculous.
parent- If you were a parent and you had children...
I'm not going to be at the park. It's not even that serious to me. I'm going to be at school myself.
Then why are you working on being difficult? Which is what
Because I know how the cops are towards
I know you
African
don't know how
American
the cops
people.
are, because
I do.
obviously-
Because I'm studying and I'm not doing anything wrong. And I'm being harassed for studying though.
No one is harassing you for studying.
I said I won't be at the park next week. Okay, I'm going to continue to do my
You can
studying.
continue to study. You can
Yep.
continue to film.
That's
But
what I'm going to
telling
do.
you what's going on for
Okay.
next week.
Thank you for
But
interrupting.
evidently, you decided. I came over to talk to you.
I don't like
regular, and
that's
then you
crazy.
decided that you were going to change the conduct.
No, that's what you did because you were rude.
No, you were being
I'm
rude.
doing my
You
studying.
were being rude initially.
And you're still talking to me. Why?
Because
Just
you are-
because you're a
because you are
cop?
the rude one.
No, I'm just doing my studying.
Do you have any questions, ma'am?
I'm doing my work.
Do you have any questions regarding our stop today?
Have a good day.
You too. And I'm glad you now are less ignorant than you were before.
Yeah, I'm never ignorant. You're the only ignorant one. What you gonna do now? Slam me on the ground? Put me in handcuffs and hold me down till I can't breathe?
No, I'm not. You can continue to play
That's
this
what the
game.
cops do in the United States. You want to hold me down till I can't breathe and just kill
No, that's
people.
an ignorant statement right there.
Yeah.
That is totally ignorant. It has not even been
And you're still here talking to me for why? What's your badge number so I can call the police department?
Also, ma'am, and you continue to...
I'm not even saying anything to you.
You are.
You keep saying something. What's your badge number? What's your badge number? What's your badge number? This is going viral. What's your badge number?
Mascoli, 5115. You have a good day.
Yup. Harassment. Look at this cop, man. Harassing. Just for studying at a park. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, if you are a homeless individual or not...
I'm not homeless.
Okay, and if you're not homeless, then don't worry about it. Yeah, if you are a homeless individual or not...
I'm not homeless.
Okay, and if you're not homeless, then don't worry about it.
Ridiculous.
If you were a parent and you...
Ridiculous.
If you were a parent and you... I'm glad you now are less ignorant than you were before. I'm glad you now are less ignorant than you were before.
I'm glad you now are less ignorant than you were before.
Now here's the woman's own account of what happened that day. August the 17th of 2020 at 1 o'clock p.m. I was harassed by 2 Las Vegas Metropolitan Police officers at the park on Flamingo and Jones. They approached me while I was studying my math book at the park. A male officer and his colleague, a female officer, said that they were informing everyone at the park that the park I was at was a children's only park and no adults could be there next week. This is a public park. There was hardly anybody at that park. The male cop was aggressive by his body language, and he was also standing in my face. This was unprofessional, rude, and unnecessary. He said I was being difficult, I guess because I recorded the video or something, who knows, because I didn't do anything wrong. He talked to me like I was some kind of criminal. This was my first time studying at this park. Now, what I did was I went to the Clark County, Nevada rules and regulations for the parks. I cannot find any rule or regulation regarding the West Flamingo Park, which is actually the name of that park, in regards to childless persons being at that park. It's just simply, it doesn't exist. I've combed over all of their rules and regulations, specifically regarding that park. It's just not there. It's not in the miscellaneous section. It's not in the nuisance section. It's not in any of the sections. But I think we all know that. What I think happened here is Officer Sal Mascoli, which is what his name is, was bored and decided to intrude on her personal space. That's what I think. Now, she wasn't bothering anybody, was sitting there reading a book. What did I think he did? I think he profiled her. That's my personal opinion. I think he profiled her thinking she was a homeless person. And once he approached her and he saw that she had a book, he felt like a jackass. That's debatable, really, because I don't know that you could ever tell him that he's a jackass. Because what I do know about Officer Salvatore Mascoli is that he really thinks highly of himself. And the only reason I knew who he was, now he did shout his badge number at the end of her video. The only reason I knew who he was is because I have a roster of police officers for the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department from some work I had previously done. I have rosters of various police departments across the country for some work that I had previously done. And this just happens to be one of them. Now, I know he is a former Marine, which was really disappointing to me because I think very highly of the United States Marine Corps. And he is into martial arts, but he also thinks very highly of himself. It was very disappointing to see his behavior. And he's stopping her to tell her something about next week. Why not stop the people next week? You see what I'm saying? Why did you stop this person minding their own business to tell them about something that was going to happen the next week? And then come with such an attitude. That's the part I don't understand, the attitude. If this is community policing in Las Vegas, Nevada, you guys are epic failing it. I mean, it's terrible. Regardless, it's a sad day when you can't study in a public park and mind your own business without being harassed by the police department. And that's why I wanted to bring this story to the channel. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.